Hello everyone, how are you all? I hope you all are doing great. In today's video, we are going to do 4 unseen passages. आज के इस वीडियो में आप प्रैक्टिस करने वाले हैं 4 unseen passages की. So without wasting any time, let's start. First passages. Read the passage given below and answer the questions that follow. Keoladeo National Park, formerly known as Bharatpur Bird Sanctuary, is considered to be one of the world's most important bird breeding and feeding grounds. It originated as a royal hunting reserve during the 1850s and was a game reserve for the Maharajas of Bharatpur and the British. It is said that Lord Linlithgow, Viceroy of India from 1936 to 1943, shot over thousands of ducks with his hunting party in a single day. In 1982, Keoladeo was established as National Park and then later as a World Heritage Site by UNESCO in 1985. This park is home to about 365 species of birds and over 80 species of animals such as the basking python, painted storks, deer, nilgai and more. The famous Indian ornithologist and naturalist Salim Ali used his influence to govern government support to create Keoladeo National Park. It is known as the breeding ground for the Siberian crane, which is a rare sight. Keoladeo National Park is a favorite spot for lovers of nature and ornithologists. The park offers well-defined tracks which are easily accessible to cyclists and rickshaws. Nature enthusiasts can even cover the tracks on foot. The rickshaw pullers are trained by the management, so they are excellent tour guides. There are elephant safaris, rickshaw safari, as they help one to get the best view of the birds. The best time to visit Keoladeo National Park is from August to November to witness the resident birds and from October to February to get a sight of the migratory birds. Now let's check questions of this passage. First question is, when was Keoladeo National Park first established? Second, what was it known as earlier? Third, what was Keoladeo National Park used for in the beginning? Fourth, what facilities does Keoladeo National Park offer for bird watchers? Last question is, which is the best time to visit Keoladeo National Park and why? Answers check करते हैं अब इन questions के. First question, when was Keoladeo National Park first established? Answer is, Keoladeo National Park was first established in 1985. Second question, what was it known as earlier? Answer is, it was earlier known as Bharatpur Bird Sanctuary. Third question, what was Keoladeo National Park used for in the beginning? Answer is, in the beginning it was used as a breeding ground. Next question, what facilities does Keoladeo National Park offer for bird watchers? Answer is, it offers well-defined tracks which are easily accessible to cyclists and rickshaws. And the last question is, which is the best time to visit Keoladeo National Park and why? August to November, because we can witness the resident birds, and October to February to get a sight of the migratory birds. How you can write? The best time to visit Keoladeo National Park is August to November because we can witness the resident birds, and October to February to get a sight of the migratory birds. अब करते हैं सेकेंड पैसेज. We live in a world where advertisement has gained great importance. Advertising is crucial for the launch of a brand new product, service, or idea in the market. If the advertisement of any product, service, or idea is done correctly through proper media and in the right place, it can attract many new customers. People become aware of the new product launched in the market and are eager to try it to see if it fulfills all the promises made. It creates an awareness among consumers about the availability of any particular product or service in the market. It convinces the customers about the special features of the advertised product, projecting it as better than other alternatives currently available in the market. It also gives information about the brand name or trademark used, the address of the manufacturer or the service provider, and other relevant details that may interest the consumers. Thus, by creating awareness and supplying relevant information, it ultimately helps the consumers to buy the product advertised. Initial sales are therefore guaranteed, and if the product is really good, it will have a steady stream of loyal customers. Advertisement is also essential for announcing an upcoming event. It ensures that a large number of people will attend the event, so the success of the event is assured. Advertising is a prime source of revenue for publishers of mass media such as newspapers, TV channels, magazines, etc. More importantly, advertising has a remarkable ability to reach the masses and educate the society. Therefore, many governments and even non-governmental organizations, NGOs, often take the help of advertisements to reach and educate people on important social issues. क्वेश्चंस चेक करते हैं अब. फर्स्ट क्वेश्चन, मेंशन 2 ways in which government creates awareness among people. Second, how do advertisements help to make events successful? Third question, how do government organizations and NGOs make use of advertisements? Fourth question, what details would a customer be interested in knowing about a product launched in the market? And the last question is, how is it useful for the consumers? Write 2 points. मैं आप सबसे रिक्वेस्ट करूंगी कि पहले अपने आप आंसर्स को करने का ट्राई करें और उसके बाद आंसर्स चेक करें. आंसर्स चेक करते हैं. फर्स्ट क्वेश्चन, मेंशन 2 ways in which government creates awareness among people. Answer is through newspapers, TV channels, magazines, etc. Second question, how do advertisements help to make events successful? It ensures that a large number of people will attend the event. How you can write? Advertisements help to make events successful by ensuring that a large number of people will attend the event. You can write in that way also. Third question, how do government organizations and NGOs make use of advertisements? By reaching the masses and educate the society. What details would a customer be interested in knowing about a product launched in the market? Brand name, trademark used, the address of the manufacturer or the service provider, and other relevant details. Last question, how is it useful for the consumers? Write 2 points. First is creates awareness. Second, supplies relevant information. आप और कोई पॉइंट्स भी लिख सकते हैं जो आपको पैसेज में मिलें. ज़रूरी नहीं है कि आपको यही पॉइंट्स लिखने हैं. यहाँ पे बहुत सारे पॉइंट्स हैं, उनमें से आप कोई भी 2 पॉइंट्स लिख सकते हैं. अब करते हैं थर्ड पैसेज. The new year is a time for resolutions. Mentally, at least most of us could compile Long list of do's and don'ts. The same old favorite trekker year and year out with monotonous regularity. We resolve to get up earlier each morning, eat less, find more time to play with the children, do 1,001 jobs about the house, be nice to people we don't like, drive carefully, and take the dog for a walk every day. Past experience has taught us that certain accomplishments are beyond attainment. If we remain liars, it is only because we have so often experienced the frustration that results from failure. Most of us fail in our efforts at self-improvement because our plans are too ambitious and we never have time to carry them out. We also make the fundamental error of announcing our resolutions to everybody so that we look even more foolish when we slip back into our bad old ways. Aware of these pitfalls, this year I attempted to keep my resolutions to myself. I limited myself to two simple ambitions: to do physical exercise every morning and to read more in the evening. Aware of these pitfalls, this year I attempted to keep my resolutions to myself. I limited myself to two simple ambitions: to do physical exercise every morning and to read more in the evening. An all-night party on New Year's Eve provided me with a good excuse for not carrying out either of these new resolutions on the first day of the year, but on the second, I applied myself sincerely to the task. The daily exercise lasted only 11 minutes and I proposed to do them early in the morning before anyone had got up. The self-discipline required to drag myself out of bed 11 minutes earlier than usual was considerable. Nevertheless, I managed to creep down in the living room for 2 days before anyone found me out. After jumping about on the carpet and twisting the human frame into uncomfortable positions, I sat down at the breakfast table in an exhausted condition. It was this that betrayed me. The next morning, the whole family came in to watch the performance. That was really unsettling, but I fended off the taunts of the family good-humoredly and soon everybody got used to the idea. However, my enthusiasm reduced. The time I spent at exercises gradually diminished. Little by little, the 11 minutes fell to zero. By January 10th, I was back to where I had started from. Questions check करते हैं. First is, New Year is a time for what? Why could the writer not carry out his resolutions on New Year's Day? Third, for how long did his physical exercise last? Next, how did the author's family members treat his resolution? Next, find a word in the passage similar in meaning to deep disappointment. And the last is, why is it a basic mistake to announce our resolutions to everybody? ट्राई कीजिए करने का. आंसर्स चेक करते हैं अब पैसेज के. फर्स्ट क्वेश्चन, न्यू ईयर इज अ टाइम फॉर व्हाट? न्यू ईयर इज अ टाइम फॉर resolution. Most of us could compile long list of do's and don'ts. Second question, why could the writer not carry out his resolutions on New Year's Day? Answer is, the writer could not carry out his resolution on New Year's Day because he had party all night on New Year's Eve. Next question, for how long did his physical exercise last? His physical exercise lasted for 11 minutes. Next question, how did the author's family members treat his resolution? The author's family members taunted him humorously. Next is, find a word in the passage similar in meaning to deep disappointment. Word can be frustration. And the last question is, why is it basic mistake to announce our resolutions to everybody? It is a basic mistake because our plans are too ambitious and we never have time to carry them out. So we look more foolish when we slip back into our bad old ways. अब लास्ट पैसेज करते हैं. Have you heard people saying that the rupiah makes the world go round? Do you know the story of the rupee? The word rupee comes from the Sanskrit term rupiah or rupa, which means silver. The very early coins before the 2nd century BC were all made of silver, but the coins were neither of any standard weight nor had any face value or printed on them. It was Sher Shah Suri who first gave the name rupiah to the silver coins. The last silver coins were minted in 1940 with the face of King George VI on them. In 1942, the silver coin was replaced by a cupro-nickel coin for the first time. Money was invented by men to get power, but now money has become more powerful than men. All over the world, money and power go together. The more money a person has, the more successful he is judged to be. A rich man is accepted by society even if he is corrupt or evil. Man works hard to earn more and more money and saves a lot of it. He thinks that money will give him more freedom to enjoy himself and to have lots of fun. He thinks he will not be anyone's slave but be his own master. But soon he becomes the slave of money. The more he has, the more he wants. He is never satisfied with what he has got, but always wants something more, even though he knows that in the end he cannot carry anything with him. Money can buy everything, but it cannot buy peace or happiness or a ticket to heaven. ये क्वेश्चंस हैं. फर्स्ट क्वेश्चन इज व्हाट इज द संस्कृत टर्म फॉर रुपी. सेकंड, गिव डिटेल्स ऑफ अर्ली कॉइन्स. थर्ड, what happened in 1942. Fourth, what can be bought by money and what can't be bought. Last question is write synonyms of the following words from the passage contented and crooked. Answers check करते हैं. First question, what is the Sanskrit term for rupee? The word rupee comes from the Sanskrit term rupiah or rupa, which means silver. So this is the term. Second, give details of early coins. The very early coins before the 2nd century BC were all made of silver, but the coins were neither of any standard weight nor had any face value printed on them. Next question, what happened in 1942? In 1942, the silver coin was replaced by a cupro-nickel for the first time. Next question, what can be bought by money and what can't be bought? Answer is money can buy everything. We can buy everything with money, but it can't buy peace or happiness or a ticket to heaven. Last question is write synonyms of the following words from the passage contented and crooked. So, what are the synonyms? Satisfied and corrupt. तो ये थे 4 unseen passages जिनकी आज आपने प्रैक्टिस की. आई होप कि ये आपके लिए बहुत ही यूजफुल रहे हों. कीप लर्निंग, कीप एंजॉइंग विद इंग्लिश जीनियस. और अगर आज का वीडियो आपको अच्छा लगा हो तो चैनल को सब्सक्राइब कीजिए, वीडियो को लाइक एंड शेयर कीजिए और इसी तरह से प्रैक्टिस करते रहिए. थैंक यू. बाय बाय.